There is no music without black people, and if you don't agree, you might still want to watch this video because the impact these artists have had on music is irrefutable. Here are 10 black singers who changed music forever. Number 10. Louis Armstrong. Every lover of jazz knows about Louis Armstrong's profound impact on the genre. You probably know him for this track.
I see skies of blue.
Many scholars, critics, and fans call him the first and greatest jazz soloist.
There's a rumor that you invented scat singing. Is that possibly?
Armstrong's influence extended far beyond just jazz. The energetic, swinging, rhythmic momentum of his playing was a major influence on soloists in every genre of popular music. For a straight 5 decades, Louis recorded hit songs, and these songs are still heard today on television, radio, and films.
Can I ask you something? Beanie, how old are you? Tell me the truth. How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
Oh, I'll be 65 this year anyway.
I don't understand.
Louis rested at age 69, but his impact on music will forever echo in our hearts. Number 9. Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye's influence on music is so deep, you will straight up understand when someone says, "Play something Marvin Gaye."
Okay, Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye now playing.
This legend brought authenticity, softness, and silkiness to the pop and R&B scene.
Let's make love tonight.
Unfortunately, Marvin Gaye didn't stay with us for long. He rested at the tender age of 44. Number 8. Diana Ross.
They tell me how much you care. Oh.
Diana Ross is a name that never seems to die. There is not a single soul who doesn't know Diana. This woman is affectionately known as the female entertainer of the century.
Anyone who saw her sing in Central Park in 1983 will never forget it. Only Diana Ross would be reluctant to leave a stage in the middle of a rainstorm. She just stood there, belting out her music, driven by some unseen force.
As a singer, actress, and performer, she's best known for her role in the pop trio The Supremes. In 1969, Ross left the group to go solo, embarking on an equally successful music career. Hits like Love Hangover and I'm Coming Out, along with other several hits, etched her name on the hearts of many. Now at 78, Diana is chilling and just going on tours whenever she can. Number 7. Ray Charles. Despite becoming blind at the age of 6, Ray Charles became a musical legend that eventually gave him his nickname, The Genius.
But for all the pleasure he derived from music, in Ray's life, sorrow was joy's constant companion. When he was 5, Ray watched his little brother George drown while playing in the laundry tub. Not long after, Ray began to go blind. By the time he was 7, Ray was in total darkness.
As a boy, he learned to play multiple instruments and eventually worked in dance bands around Florida before he moved to Seattle after his parents' death. Charles began to mix his soul and bluesy sound with R&B and jazz to create a career that earned him global recognition and numerous Grammy Awards. Some of his best hits like I Can't Stop Loving You tapped the Billboard charts, which attested to his musical gifts and positioned him as one of the greatest musical influences of all time. Number 6. Fella Kuti. Africa and the diaspora will never forget the legendary Afrobeat icon Fella Kuti. His talent on the sax is unmatched, and even after 26 years of his absence, Fela Kuti's songs are still being sampled all around the world.
Money get the power, it comes still money. Why? I don't know.
He was referred to as one of Africa's most challenging and charismatic music performers. Tina Turner. For decades, Tina Turner became one of the powerhouse voices of soul music. She got her big break working as a backup vocalist for Ike Turner's touring show. Her solo career rose through the years and plateaued in the late 80s, but not without huge hits like What's Love Got to Do With It and landing a movie role in Mad Max.
You think I don't know the law?
Turner was a recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award, which she rightfully earned through her contributions to the soul music scene. Number 4. Michael Jackson. Like many other singers on this list, Michael Jackson's deliverance of top hits and signature performances landed him the title of royalty, the King of Pop. His career began with his family's music group, the Jackson 5, as the lead vocalist. Then he embarked on a solo career that pushed out Thriller, pop music's top-selling album ever. That album alone produced top hits like Thriller, Beat It, and Billie Jean. His second album, Bad, which was released in 1987, became even more successful with Man in the Mirror and Bad. Despite legal disputes, financial ruin, and his death in 2009, Jackson's influence on pop music today is second to none. Number 3. Lionel Richie.
Say you, say me.
Throughout the 1970s and 80s, Lionel Richie became a global phenomenon with music that combined soul, R&B, and pop.
Maybe I don't know what love is. Maybe
He was part of a Motown group that produced hits like 3 Times a Lady. Toward the end of the 1980s, increasing attention on Richie propelled him to embark on a solo career. He will then release the all-time classics, All Night Long, Hello, Endless Love, and many others. Lionel Richie, though still alive, is still missed a lot after retiring from the studio in 2012. Number 2. Bob Marley. There has never been and there will never be another like Robert Nesta Marley.
No woman no cry.
This Jamaican isn't just a singer, but a preacher and a philosopher. At 14, he left home to pursue a career in music, eventually forming a group named the, wait for it, Teenagers. I know, right? It's such a good name. Well, this group will later be known as the Wailers. The group released Catch a Fire, which shot them to stardom outside of Jamaica. Marley's most popular record, Exodus, gifted reggae lovers with classic hits like Jamming, One Love, and Is This Love. Even after his departure in 1981, the lyrical message and power of Bob Marley's music lives on. We can't wrap up this video without mentioning Whitney Houston, aka The Voice. Whitney had several accomplishments, including several chart-topping singles, multi-platinum albums, and Grammy Awards. Whitney has 7 albums to her name. Her second album, Whitney, debuted at number 1 with 4 hit singles, including the iconic 80s anthem I Wanna Dance With Somebody. She later continued to outperform herself, playing a role in the film The Bodyguard and its soundtrack, I Will Always Love You. Whitney left us in 2012, but her legacy and voice lives on. Who did we miss out from this list? Leave us a comment down there. Do share with a friend on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter. As usual, me host Murphy. Stay beautiful, stay amazing, stay safe. Peace.